right now. So, gentlemen, take it away.
Let's jump straight through to that third game so far of EU on the day. This should be number, I think, 11 overall. So Monster doing that math, they have a few more left in the tank before we really decide who are the champions of the day.
Yeah, I won't even attempt to try to do the math. There's a lot of games going on, a lot of people on the desk. And of course, we're just going to continue to cover this action here. A little bit of a different story over here on EU, like we briefly spoke about there. Ultimately, though, the way the Fortnite games play out are still the same, right? Everything is still the same in the sense that players are trying to get those elims, but it just doesn't seem like everyone's been able to find that magical connection, right?
Yeah, not just yet. I feel like for EU as well, they're still kind of heavy stacked. We're tuning with NA and even Middle East earlier today, and they were kind of shutting down overall in terms of the player motivation coming into this, but the sizes of this lobby, there's still so many players alive. It's like that day one essence of vehicles all around the map, and everyone just still ready and trying to get that top 5.
Yeah, and that's really impressive. Honestly, it just speaks to EU taking things pretty seriously, regardless of whether there's a lighthearted, right, charity component to it or not. Talking about that though, on this side, Trip Pern and Andretta find themselves in a tank here, pressuring up against all the players that are just touching base here. Most notably Screwy and Kiko off to the side there. Loot Boy Kiko's trying to just hold things down here, not necessarily make too much noise. He doesn't want to bring the attention to him, but man, Andretta's bringing the fire right now.
Still wrapping in. This is going to be tough. Colo trying his best to maybe get one cheeky tag. Andretta takes Keneal right off the top of the tank as well. I mean, Andretta and Tripper in a lobby, especially like this one, already so powerful. You give him a tank and a POI like Coney, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, definitely not much you can do here other than pretty much hold it down, but hold up. A little bit of high ground here is going to find an angle onto Andretta. Andretta's going to get popped off the vehicle there. And Kiko and Screwy also tuned in from the side. Oh, man. And just like that, looks like a little friendly... how do we say this again? I said the enemy of the enemy is my enemy.
This is my
yeah, but we're all cool, kind of like they work together. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Take out the big threat there of the tank.
Enemy of the enemy is my tank driver for this one, and they'll be rolling. Screwy and Kiko now though gonna be rocking in some of the biggest W tiers, given the best tools in this lobby. A big vehicle. It's that battle bus rocking in from all angles. This is gonna be tough now. He's gonna jump on one of the actual turrets. Screwy sees it coming. Nice prep right there, but there is one more team, Southside Coney. The battle's not done for these guys yet.
Yeah, I think Crew learned a big lesson there. I mean, when there's like the gunner and the explosive turret available, if the player's on the gunner, do not jump in the other. You're just not going to win it. And yeah, he'll be taking that one as lessons learned in today's tournament. So not for nothing, although he's going to get sent back to lobby a little early. This is that invaluable knowledge that'll make him a better player in the long run.
Absolutely. Sosito, though, is not done with this one. Going straight for what I would assume is just a bit of loot, maybe even Christ card. He's going to get seen out during this heist, though, and Officer Kiko is not going to be happy about that one. They're going to be chasing this man down. We talked about the importance of eliminations. That's exactly why this hunt gets active so fast. They get this one. That's another 3 free points, Monster.
Yep, time to get in there. Definitely scoop this up. Love the play, though. The Rift to Go comes out here. He didn't grab the bus. I thought that would have been sick if he did, but either way, it'll be okay. Nox gonna go ahead and escape off the side. Screwy and Kiko, smart plays here though. They're gonna kick back like, hey man, we got an entire point of interest to work off of. We got a lot of loot to go ahead and double back on, so I'm gonna go and do that. Meanwhile, a whole different story going down here. Much different pace of battle right now between Noah Riley, Vidil, going up against Blaster.
A scary combination in terms of fighting, but you do take away one of their magic weapons, which are the builds. So when that happens, where do you think? Is that like a buff or a nerf for Noah Riley and Vidil overall?
Definitely a nerf. These guys are mechanically ahead of the pack. I think taking away the builds puts everyone on a more of an even playing field with them, which works against them.
Yeah.
They're exceptional. What is going on here? Tank shenanigans.
MXR in a little bit of trouble. Actually gets Alex J down, flips the tank, and eliminates himself.
That's it's Fortnite right there, guys. Wait, what just happened? Like, how'd that even flip over like that?
What?
He took damage somehow, so could have been worse, I guess. At least he is revivable here.
Hey man, that's just
back over. I think it exploded. It had to explode. No, it's got plenty of health.
I flipped and I think that, you know, MX might have hit his head on the way down. I don't know what happened there, but he definitely got one shot off, and apparently those tanks' treads were just not on the ground. Meanwhile, we tune in with another tank POV, sneak off towards the north side. This one is very scary to deal with because there is no other team that can help you in the situation. It's just 2v tank.
Definitely a pretty tight spot to be in if you're inside these builds here. The builds are very much vulnerable to this tank vehicle here sitting up, starting to put these shots down, but there it is. Reckon's got some nice angles, a lot of tree, a lot of brush to work with here to find some interesting angles here. Andalix in the distance there, trying to look for a side angle, but looks like things are going to simmer down a bit here. No need to overcommit, earn any additional resources that are needed. And of course, using those vehicles, time to start playing for that. Playing for the map, playing for better positioning like Kiko and Screwy are doing here. They've already gone from the western side way on over to the east here looking for players. They're going to do just that. Almost gets someone ran over there, but it's not going to last long.
There's nothing these guys can do. There's going to be an attempt for maybe even a sniper shot. It's just a matter of time, and just like that, they roll in, walk in the park for Screwy and Kiko. 4 eliminations already, and they're not even in that third zone. In trouble now a little bit, but they should be able to get out scot-free. Screwy's down, and that's Keneal who's rolling in. This man got taken out towards the start of the game from the same POI that Kiko landed at, and now they get a little bit of revenge.
Drew actually just barely survived that med miss. Is going to put him all the way back up to top HP. Luckily for him, he found himself a little moment as he went behind the cover there. But it's a rinse and repeat type performance here. Oh, this time Colodo coming in with a different strategy. He says, no, I'm not going to get in the seat. I'm going to jump up here on top of the tank and be a little more nimble. And it works out. But Kiko with the counter firepower looking good. Now what? Do you get in the gunner? Do you go for the toe-to-toe fights? Oh, it's looking pretty rough for Kiko right now.
It's going to be tough in the backside, though. He's going to swap and take control of the big shot up top. This is going to be nuts. Kiko somehow surviving, 68 HP. It's a matter of time. He's bullying his own tank down too. Keneal's kind of driven it towards the house. This is one of the most intense tank fights we've seen so far, just for possession of being in the game or getting that vehicle. Keneal goes all the way around, might be towards the back of the tank as well.
Wow.
But it's Kiko's aim you can't mess with. He takes both down in a 2v1.
Vet comes out on top. He actually managed to convince Stroke there that he was going to win that fight. I think if Stroke would have kept doing that pressure from the low ground the way he had it, he had all the health advantage, but it's that's something that pros will do, right? And you talk to them, they're not afraid to fight with lower health, right? And that, I think it just makes you question yourself, like, dude, wait, like, does he have HP? Like, why is he fighting back? Why am I getting hit? Like, what's happening? Am I losing? And then once you lose that mental battle, it's over. He went to pretty much run away and dropped all guard. So
that's, you know, that's where you ask them, or you ask yourself, is this player a psychopath, or like, am I just too weak to fight this? Like, what is this guy doing? But yeah, I mean, confidence is literally 75% of the game, so I like that from Kiko.
Huge plays, huge plays. Cool to see it play out too in this like zero build world where, again, you can't just turtle essentially, right? You have to literally run. So watching him run away like that and expose himself was definitely all that we needed to see there. On the other side, though, looks like another standoff here just outside the edge of the zone. It's not Hellfire. Who's at the other side of this suburban town? Greasy Grove. They're just eyeing up. Looks like Schmecky here. They've made a lot of noise with this vehicle.
Taking a few pot shots at it too, but it's so far away at the edge of the zone that I don't feel like a fight's gonna break out here at all. This is just for, I was about to say Surge. My brain is still in FNCS mode, but maybe just some car damage.
Not today, my friend. Not today. I've seen very few games where Surge actually goes active in zero build in general, though. Even like in, you know what I mean, big lobbies. Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
Too many fights too fast. Maybe they need to change the Surge numbers, you know? Like 40 players, there's Surge. And then it gets really
That'd be
crazy.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be interesting. What it really is, though, is I think it's just the state of the airdrop ships, because like you'll see a team, they just got to get like a little lucky with the wrong team entering the wrong field where there's no cover, and they have that like you know, bird's eye view. I think that's really where people fall victim, like round after round.
Makes the most sense. Sham Hellfire will be left back, has Chonkers as well to be able to get towards the zone. They're going to be looking fine. With these many players alive, I don't think we've seen this for like a couple of days so far. This is seriously a nice game to tune in with EU. It's going to be pretty serious and pretty active towards the end with all the tanks.
Yeah, definitely. You see Scram looking to just keep this vehicle alive, but shots coming in from the left and the right now, Shayo. I mean, only a matter of time, or I think before people figure out we got these guys on the ropes, but looks like they give it up just a little bit here. That's enough for them to go ahead and settle down. Meanwhile, the team that was inside Greasy Grove that was tailing behind them is going to dip back into the storm here. Is this for, yep, I was going to say some little petro, some fuel.
Make sure you're gassed up while you're moving out. 2 to take care of, and you just have a little bit of an SMG. That's not going to be possible from Hellfire. A tank shooting them from the other way as well. That's going to be scary. These guys are probably wishing that they could turn off the headlights to stay as incognito as possible. But it's going to be tough, and there's so many people around.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty clean shot there. We tuned in just as that missile flew by.
Yeah.
They were like, just so happened to be backing up the vehicle. I was gonna get bopped. Probably flipped off the mountain too as the physics start to kick in. For Fortnite being such an exaggerated game, it's pretty hilarious how the physics have some, like, I guess real life
Connotations, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like the way it kind of plays out, like.
I wish we had like a little bit of a ragdoll effect for some elimination sometimes, but
That'd be so funny.
You gotta keep it.
That would just be hilarious. Like,
That'd be nice to see people fly off of
you
mountains.
just did it. I was gonna say, if you didn't poof, but instead your body just like. It actually looks so brutal in a box because you have to hit the wall. Like, oh, no.
Right? Every time. People just carrying the ragdoll bodies out of the box too. It's too gruesome. Too gruesome for the game.
Maybe one day someone will put like just like an edited version of what that could hypothetically look like.
Cease and desisted in 5 minutes maximum, as I'm calling it.
Oh, you think so? Yeah. Like, yeah, no, shut this down. This content cannot exist. Can't happen.
Forbidden Fortnite.
I feel like there's definitely videos like that on YouTube where it's like kind of has like gory thumbnails where you're like, this is totally not the game. Like, what are you getting at here?
Blood here? I've never seen that before. This is something's off. Maybe I should click the video. Ooh, the thumbnail worked. That's crazy.
Best channels are the one that guess the lore and then have you sitting there like it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna come out the lake right now. I'm telling you.
76-hour live stream and the dude hasn't slept in like 8 days.
Insane.
Just milking.
It's you know what it is, right? It's audio on repeat.
Yeah, true.
Isn't that crazy?
You can never tell. They do it seamlessly. Even in some of the scams, man, there's effort, you know? There's effort in the business.
Dude, a 10-minute loop of you doing that, you're never gonna know.
And you view every 5 minutes. Makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
First time here, same. Says it 20 times in the stream. Oh, man. Yo, the evolutions of Tilted so far, what's been your favorite rendition? You're gonna hate my answer, but what's yours?
Let me think. I liked it when they had all the pallets in the construction building.
Ah, yes, peak Tilted.
Like I personally did. And then honestly, like the Neo Tilted was pretty fire with all the wind tunnels. That wasn't like a bad version, but I definitely liked it when they had the pallets in that second construction building. Like that was probably peak for me.
Yeah, I liked Tilted Town actually.
Ooh, Tilted, that was fun, dude. Tilted Town was actually a lot of fun.
It was just guaranteed pumps and ARs and ammo as well. Like I like there being a spot on the map where no matter what happened in any of the other POIs, you go there and you have free loot. I mean, it sucked for end games, but it was really good besides that.
What I liked about Tilted Town early on was the way that you can kind of parkour up to these like kind of cool spots that, like, unless you just kept playing, you would figure out like, oh yeah, I know how to get up here. You know what I mean? And a lot of people just wouldn't know that because of how new it was at first. But that just made for a really great fun drop spot.
That's one style stuff.
Was there ever a time? I feel like there was a time when there was like melee weapon pickups. No.
There was one in a winter tournament. But
No, I'm not talking about that one. I feel like there was another one. Oh, the Star Wars season. That's what it was.
yeah,
Yes.
the lightsaber.
When the sabers are in the game, I'm not gonna lie, those are also pretty fun because you can reflect bullets back, and that just felt kind of sick. The action.
Isn't there like
of the game.
a Kingsman umbrella that could do the same thing, but like it just never was in comp?
It wasn't as good. It wasn't as cool, I guess.
Yeah, true. That's crazy though, Demon.
It wasn't a saber, you know. That's all.
Didn't spin it and make the noises. You're right. Oh no, that was really nice. There's so many fun like random additions that came in, you know, from season to season. The what's it called? The Avengers season, chapter 2, season 4.
I wasn't
like that
crazy
a lot.
about all those personally.
Really?
Yeah, no, I just wasn't like you had like Wolverine just walking like by his lonesome in the forest and whatnot. Like I was just like, dude, like no, I don't
Please
want any
stop.
problems with you, bro. Like
Yeah.
keep your weapons, man. What are you?
By the way, second car that Seti and Cammy have had exploded. These guys are having the worst luck right now.
KS is gonna fall and get fully eliminated there in the feed. Rough for him. And Jaren as well, who pulled that end game just last round against Bad Sniper, gets put out of his game, and Bad Sniper getting active in the feed. So already we're seeing players like Bad Sniper might actually have an opportunity to jump on up, taking down big players that matter.
And Bad Sniper's teammate is down with DKS gone. This man being somewhere close to that top 10. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Repairing a truck at this point as well is not going to be the best thing to see when there's tanks rolling all the way about. This is going to be so tough for everyone. Yeah, I think this is the game for Analex to just rack up and win. They just have to right now. They're going to be trying their best. Sentinel's driving around as well. I mean, everyone is active. This is going to be a thick end game.
Yeah, this is a tough one to be in right now, and there's, I guess, heavy implication to the standings right now, as a few of these teams have already fallen for very much in contention for top 5. And then, of course, you got players like Analex that were just holding on inside of it. So Analex is going to fall there to a knock. Cammy and Seti now as well. Seti being down here. Cammy trying to get crazy here. Gonna pick a little side of the mountain. I like this spot. It's a great little cubby he's created for himself. Not sure how long it's gonna last though. But because of all this action down at the bottom, I mean, it gives no reason for the high ground teams to swing out just yet.
All high ground teams can just chill for the moment. There still is one tank raining a little bit of havoc down low somewhere, I believe. Bad Sniper still surviving as a solo in a truck. I think he's staying completely low key. Nyan and Hydra are the ones that have the control for the moment. There's the tank. It needs to be taken out. Gunner down. And afterwards, it is going to be a separate duo that was riding it. And yeah, just Kiko keeping the tank alive. It's all shots on all sides. Nyan and Hydra control the lobby.
It almost feels like in this end game, like when it's all coming down to the wire, they're too focused on trying to keep the tank alive instead of playing for smart positioning, and that is what's the downfall here. Whereas you see like Bad Sniper just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna fight, dude. I'm trying to hide out for as long as possible. That seemed to have worked a little bit longer. Don't know where he is now. Lost him in view shot here, but for all I know, he could be, I was gonna say, in a rift to go, just kind of floating up above. Meanwhile, again, teams just trying to keep their vehicles up, putting all resources on the line. On the hill, the tank is holding things down, allowing players to just sit in their vehicles down underneath that are out of line of fire. It's not looking too good for these guys.
Kiko is just waiting. He's trying to drive this tank straight to second place. His teammate obviously down. There's a trio on the hill above. It's just not even fair for the rest of these teams. Moaz rolls in with magically one of the only set duos still kind of remaining. Anas trying to survive, repair his vehicle a little bit, but he's going to be in a lot of trouble in just a second. Luce still popping off on everyone else. Nyan's had enough of Kiko. Wants this tank to actually start to fire its main cannon. They start to drive on top of the truck and crush it. It's a destruction derby. Explosions everywhere. This is crazy.
It actually worked. Running over the vehicle completely worked. The HP just disappeared essentially there. Vehicle goes bye-bye. Moez somehow ends up on top in full control here. This is the SG duo. Now his teammate is down. So it's going to come down to a big clutch here. He gets landed on, and Hydra almost wins out. The teammate comes in. It's Nayad on the side here. He's going to play for the save in a 1v1 situation. Very little bit of time to work with here. Shockwave should have to come out here for a Nos. Is it going to be fast enough? Doesn't look like it, but it is going to be enough for him to actually get the elimination there. Nicely done for a Nos.
A Nos, the Clutch King, somehow surviving all the carnage and chaos. And with a nice classic Shockwave combo, I mean, if there's anyone that just clutches games for their team, it's this man in any mode.
Yeah, he definitely did it once again right there. A Nas showing why he's well within that top 5 and trying to rank his way up to the top and continue to solidify himself there. That was a big game. A lot of teams ended up falling a little bit earlier.